Ladies and gentlemen, Clay Community, welcome to our Patrick Mahomes Texas Tech rebuild. I'm excited to be able to kickstart this series that we're going to be doing, where we're going to be highlighting one of my favorite features of NCAA 14 revamped, which is recruiting. We're taking on this challenge where we're taking on Patrick Mahomes and putting him into the current day Texas Tech rosters. And I want to see if we can make them into a national championship contender with our ability to be able to recruit. Only rules we're going to have for this challenge is that there's no playoff format, which means only 1 and 2 in the country will fight for a national championship title. And we have to do it within the time that Patrick Mahomes is in Texas Tech. Let's not waste any time. Let's jump right on into it. So this is actually going to be Patrick Mahomes that we have built out right here. As you can see, number 5, quarterback for Texas Tech. Take a look at a couple of the attributes that we also gave him. So if you just take a look off the rip, he's got about 75 speed. He had a little mobility with him in the air raid offense that he had back when he was in college at Tech. So I did leave that with him, with the awareness to about an 82, but the elusiveness at about an 88. There's one thing we know that Patrick Mahomes has been really gifted to do is be able to be super elusive, both in the pocket and outside of the pocket. So I moved that up to try to make that a little more realistic. When it comes to his throw power, as we all know, he has an absolute cannon, but I didn't feel like it was needed to go any higher than a 93, and I put his accuracy down because remember, he's coming in as a true freshman. So this is going to be the Patrick Mahomes that we take into this Texas Tech roster and dynasty that we have. Taking over this Tech roster, they are coming off of an 8-5 record, 5-7 the season before that. I'm going to be redshirting Patrick Mahomes, and I'm going to be basically trying to keep anybody that's a freshman or that's good for the following seasons, so we could try to go all in on next season with an even better Patrick Mahomes. Basically redshirted everybody on the roster, but just take a look at what we're working with here. So we got Patrick Mahomes that'll be the starting quarterback, obviously, whenever we're done with the offseason. Couple of big running backs that'll be coming back with us, actually. Wide receiver, we basically have most of our core guys coming back. We'll be losing 3 seniors. We got 2 freshman tight ends. Oh my gosh, one 6'9", the other 6'7". We're gonna go absolutely bananas with the air raid offense. I just got to make sure I recruit him some speed to be able to start throwing this football around. But we at least got some foundational freshmen we're going to keep for this next season. Defensive line is absolutely soft as Charmin Ultra. All of them are going to be coming back. I need some linemen. The front 7 is going to be pretty much destroyed by the end of this season. So I got to make sure I focus heavy on the recruiting for the defensive linemen and the linebackers. Cornerback spot, we're very upperclassmen heavy, so I might just have to go mostly all in on the defensive side for this recruiting. We're losing most of our defense, which this is not a good sign. So I'm going to be bringing in some very young pieces to help us out with the defense, but that's great because they'll be instant starters. And the more they get reps, the better they'll get in the game. So let's jump on into the regular season. So advancing from week number 1, we actually get the victory against SMU. Going into week 2 against North Texas. Go to now week number 3, and that's when we're going to start digging into some of these other recruits that we're looking at. Yo, we took a loss to North Texas. Come on now, man. We can't be losing to North Texas like this, man. Wow, we get throttled by TCU as well. 13-27. Good night. All right, and coming into week number 5, we got a couple of people to commit. We got a defensive tackle, Casey Johnson, the JUCO player that we needed so badly to bolster that defensive line is committing. We got the fullback, 79 overall, Carl Weldon. He also joined our school. 2 linebackers that'll be joining our program as well, and others that we are still in the hunt for. All right, so let's just take a look at where we've come from so far when it comes to some of these recruits. We're in week number 12 or 13. We've got a couple of really big names that have signed with us as far as some key positions we've needed. D-tackle, 80, fullback at a 79, a couple of linebackers, a few athletes, a couple more offensive linemen, and a cornerback that's a 76 overall, and a center that's a 78. Some good pieces coming in this next season. Well, that'll actually wrap up our first full season at Texas Tech, and we did not do that bad, actually. We went a 9-3 record, even though we started off a little shaky with North Texas, taking a loss early on in the season. But man, hear me when I tell you, this recruiting class we have is going to be one for the books. So we are officially in the bowl week season where we will finish top 25. We won't actually get an opportunity to have a conference championship game in the Big 12, but we will finish number 1 in the Big 12. We will beat Texas, Oklahoma, TCU. We'll finish with a 9-3 overall record for the season. So again, the purpose of this isn't to necessarily see how good can we do in season 1, because we're actually gearing everything up for season 2. So we'll finish off the season with the bowl game against the number 3 team in the nation, which is Cincinnati. But we're going to jump this and move into the offseason season. All right, so we are officially in the offseason, and Texas Tech has elected to extend the offer to Andy Reid for a 6-year extension. We're going to go ahead and sign that contract because we're not finished yet. We got to win a natty with Patrick Mahomes. Okay, so we are officially at the recruiting side of the offseason. So check out who it is that we have so far landed. If you look across the board, the number 4 athlete, Andy Parham, we've got him at 81 overall. We got a couple of offensive linemen. We got a guard here at 73 and Steve Brown. We got a halfback, the number 13th overall halfback in the nation in David Williams. We got an athlete number 13th in the nation, number 9 defensive end. A lot of heavy hitters that are out here on this list. Snagged a couple of obvious JUCO players that are going to be instant plug and play. Number 12 cornerback in the nation, and a couple of other people such as a defensive tackle with an 80 overall. All right, moment of truth. Yo, it's officially official. We did get the wide receiver we needed. So this is season number 2 of our rebuild with Patrick Mahomes. We're going to go ahead and jump into the season number 2 of this rebuild. Let's see what we have going on. Keep in mind, this is going to be Patrick Mahomes' inaugural season as a redshirt freshman. Oh, wow, we won our first game against Texas A&M. That'll start us off 1-0 for the season. So we will move on to the next week. I like what I see there. We'll go to Air Force. We better not lose to UTEP. Thank you. All right, so we're starting off 2-0 so far. Definitely looking promising right now for these Red Raiders. We almost lost to Air Force. Wow. Here we are going into a bye week, week number 4. We got a right tackle to commit. Let's go. I'm all for it. Beautiful. I got a free safety to commit. That'll let us advance to the next week, which we should beat Baylor. Bet. We beat Baylor as well. Bet. We got the strong safety to commit. Okay, we beat Kansas 56-40. We got a very young defense on our team, so we win with West Virginia too. All right, that moves us to 6-0 for the season. So we are officially at the halfway point of the season, currently undefeated with this Texas Tech football squad at a whopping 6-0 right now. If you look at the recruits we have, this recruiting season is not really the best. We got a couple of notable guys that we have on our roster. The 22 best wide receiver is going to be joining us. That gives us another speed demon we can utilize. 75th ranked athlete, 76th ranked athlete, 2 JUCO players. We got a cornerback, the number 4 ranked strong safety in the nation. Evan Johnson is signed with us at 6'5", 200 pounds. When you look at the guards, number 35 ranked guard in the nation as well, and an outside linebacker. Still a lot of promising recruits we have. Y'all, we are literally number 2 in the nation. Fingers crossed. Dang it. Back to the drawing board. Yeah, Tech will take their first loss, man. That'll drop us down to number 6 in the nation. Still technically not out of it. I mean, we didn't drop too far down, and there's still a lot of opportunities for us to still climb our way back up in the polling. My gosh, this team, bro. We lost to Kansas State. We don't deserve to be in the natty this season. Goes to show it's not that easy winning a natty trying to sim it out, bro. We'll beat Iowa State fairly convincingly, might I add. Beat TCU, throttle TCU. Watch us beat OU and Texas. Watch it. Oh no, they handed it to us. Looks like we were imposters this season, and we just lost to Texas. Yeah, we'll play UNC. That's not a good bowl. Yeah, we won the Cheez-It Bowl, and that's going to advance us into season number 3 of this Patrick Mahomes rebuild. Definitely still kind of floating around an average, above average team. Not satisfied with where we're at, man, at all. Yeah, same record as last season, 9-4. That'll take us into the offseason. See if we get it, man. I'm going for the D tackle. I'm going for that athlete. I got both of them. I got the safety and the D tackle. All right, bet. So that will end our recruiting venture. And here are the players that we are bringing in for this recruiting class. The number 26 overall athlete, the number 13th best defensive tackle, the number 19th best athlete, 27th best athlete, 11th best halfback, the number 1 quarterback in the entire draft class, entire recruiting class, the number 8 defensive tackle, the number 4 strong safety, and then a couple of other JUCO players that we're adding to the mix. We are entering into season number 3. Oh man, we got a great team, but I'm telling you, I don't know if we're ready for a championship contention just yet. All right, we won the first game, 38 points. If we end up getting in a national title game, it's going to be purely off of the back of our offense. So we'll go ahead and advance from week 1, where we'll take down Arkansas 38-21. We got UTEP. Nice little warm-up game to get us going. So far, starting off the season now pretty decently, 2-0. We're about to go into conference gameplay pretty soon. Advances to OK State. We barely beat, oh my gosh, that makes me nervous. We barely beat Texas State. All right, beautiful. So we are right now in, I believe it's week number 6, and we already have a handful of commits on our roster. Just off the rip, you have the number 13th overall athlete that's committed to us, 17th overall defensive end. We got a punter, another athlete, and a defensive end that have all joined up on the Texas Tech crew. Got another one. Got the outside linebacker I needed. All right, this game's going to be a big test for us. We won 52-14. Okay, that might be the new wave. Y'all, we have found the formula. We just went 70-30 against Baylor. Apparently, we were trusting our run game way too much and not enough in our quarterback. All right, number 5, I'm going to advance us to the bye week. Let's go. We beat Texas, man. 38-31. Come on now. That's huge. That is a huge victory under our belt. That's a very tough Big 12 opponent. And with only Oklahoma as one of the remaining impending, scary teams we got to play, we are officially full selling on our offense being the main juggernaut for this team. All right, we're number 2 in the country right now. 42. All right, 42-13. We ended up winning that matchup. That's beautiful. Now, here's where we jump into the tough matchups in week number 12 and 13. Still currently sitting at undefeated right now, moving up to 7-0. Okay, we ended up beating K-State. Okay, now it's number 1 versus number 2. This may be for all the marbles right here. I don't know if we're ready to compete necessarily. I don't think there's an instance where I can't not jump in on this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the number 1 and number 2 ranked teams in the entire country. They will meet up in the Big 12 normal conference gameplay in Norman, Oklahoma. Oklahoma, Texas Tech, going head-to-head against one another, not only for conference supremacy, but for national championship implications. Loser of this game will most likely be knocked out of contention for the NCAA college football national championship game. So there's a lot on the line. Patrick Mahomes, Oklahoma. OU touts the better offense, defense, and special teams, but do they have enough in this protege in the young Patrick Mahomes to overcome this adversity? Let's find out. All right, here we are. Oklahoma University has to drive 90 yards to score this. They currently hold the lead 38-31. Looks like Oklahoma's going to throw that to the sideline, which will get them a 4-yard gain on that instance. Not a lot. But Texas Tech has to get this stop. Can the defense of the Red Raiders make one stop to allow Patrick Mahomes the ability to tie this football game back up? Oklahoma up the middle of the field. They're running a 3-3-5 defense. It looks like this Texas Tech team is. That's Marcus Major. I thought that was Eric Major for a minute. Oklahoma, after going 3 straight plays, cannot get the first down, so they will have to kick this football, and they'll give it right back to Patrick Mahomes in this Texas Tech University offense. Off the kick. Let's see what the Red Raiders can do. That's going to be gobbled up by the Oklahoma defense. All right, here we are. The Texas Tech Red Raiders and their offense is on the field. Patrick Mahomes in a shotgun set elects to give it to their running back, who's going to get a quick, easy 4 yards. That's Taj Brooks. I believe that's the junior coming out of the backfield. And here's the thing about the Red Raiders. They don't go back in the huddle. They quick snap you, and they go right back to the line of scrimmage every single play. They go no huddle every time. Patrick Mahomes, another run play. That's going to be stopped in the backfield. That's Miles Price. Interesting selection of choices that they're going here. They're a pass-first offense, but this is now the second straight run play. Are they going to throw this football, Patrick Mahomes, with this backfield? 3rd down and 5. Patrick Mahomes has a 4-man rush. Stepping up in the pocket, and he will get tackled. That's going to make it a 4th down and 5. That'll give Oklahoma the opportunity to respond back. Will Texas Tech kick this? No, they're going for it. 4th down and 5. Game on the line. Man in motion. 4 receivers on that left side of the field. Patrick Mahomes. He overthrew him. Yo, he overthrew him. Who is that? Is that DJ or PJ Washington that will break that up? Crucial offensive possession they could not convert. I don't agree with the play calling they made. They ran that ball probably more than they should have. They should have thrown this ball every single time they got an opportunity. Oh my gosh, bro. He got... Spencer Rattler got his clock absolutely clean in the backfield. That's going to put now a 3-yard deficit. Now we're sitting at the 3-minute and 30-second mark of this game. 3-3-5 defensive setup. Oklahoma University. Spencer Rattler in the shotgun formation. Read option. Oh my gosh. Spencer. Yo, Spencer. So we just disrespectful today. Is that what it is? We just disrespectful today, bro. Oh my gosh. Here we are. Spencer Rattler in shotgun. Using a little bit of this time. They're definitely eating the clock when they can. Here we are, inside of 3 minutes to go. They got a blitz coming. They get it to his wide receiver. Who is that? Zach Guerrero, 9-yard gain, 2nd down and 1. They're just eating up clock right now. Still a 1-possession game right here. The Red Raiders defense needs to make a stand. Oklahoma, with Spencer Rattler in the backfield, is going to go ahead and eat as much clock as he possibly can. See what we got here. They elect to give it off to their running back, who gets tackled in the backfield. Listen, if they can keep them to just a field goal, they might have an opportunity to make a shock out of just, like, they could miss the field goal. It's a possibility. Red Raiders will use their first time out of this second half of football. Spencer Rattler, back up the middle to Majors, and that's going to be a 1st down to Marcus Majors. Clock is ticking. They're going to have to try to force some kind of a turnover here. Otherwise, this might be all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. Spencer Rattler drops back to throw, gets it to the sideline, but he will run out of bounds, which stops the clock. Why did you call a timeout? It stops the clock.
That's how you catch a football.
2nd down and 5. They need an interception here. They need an interception or a fumble. Red Raiders will line up. And Spencer Rattler will elect to keep that, and he will run. Oh my gosh, he almost got his clock clean. That's going to be a 1st down inside of 2 minutes left to go. That might be all she wrote, man. Spencer Rattler is leading this offense down the field right now. Oklahoma in a shotgun set. Red Raiders packing the box. It's going to be a handoff, and that's going to be a tackle in the backfield. Marcus Major's been somebody they've had a lot of difficulty containing. That's going to now move it to a 2nd down and goal, but the clock is ticking, and I think that Oklahoma is going to try to find a way to just use the remaining pieces of this clock. Trip set on the left. Yo, what if this was a pick 6? What if he fumbled this? Oh my gosh, he didn't. Yeah, they're going to just kneel this out. Are they going to kneel it? No, they're not. They got one last shot to make something miraculous happen. Nothing. And ladies and gentlemen, Texas Tech will fall to the Oklahoma Sooners. The #1 team will take down the #2 team in the nation. And that will move your Texas Tech Red Raiders to an 8-1 overall record. Patrick Mahomes did as much as he could, man. 339 yards of total offense. They'll go ahead and take their first loss of the season, which was highly disappointing because there's a lot of hopes that this Red Raiders team would make it to the national championship game. It doesn't guarantee that we won't make it in, but we have got to get a lot of things to fall in place if that's going to happen, man. Bet we can advance. Going to West Virginia. We beat West Virginia. Okay, #6. So we didn't fall too far. That's fine. That'll bring us up against Iowa State. See, the tough thing about the Big 12 is that we don't have a conference championship game. All right, let's take a look at these top 25 standings real quick. So Oklahoma, Michigan, Michigan State, Clemson, and Alabama are all currently ahead of us. All right, bet. Let's go to Kansas. Looks like we'll take the dub against Iowa State. That'll take us to conference championship week. We should beat Kansas convincingly. There we go. Fingers crossed. Dang it, we didn't make it. We got Michigan State. That one loss from Oklahoma, man. It's like Patrick Mahomes will end up winning the Robert Maxwell Award, and he'll win the Davey O'Brien Award. He's a great quarterback. Yeah, we got Michigan State in the bowl game, but we're not going to look at that because the goal is natty or bust. We're going to go to the end of the season. That'll enter us into the coaching carousel for the offseason, so we will finish Patrick Mahomes' sophomore redshirt season with an 11-1 record. We improved. We were 8-5. We started as a redshirt freshman. We went 11-1. This might be the opportunity for us to kind of make that jump. Y'all can see who we got committed so far on our team. Got an athlete 72, wide receiver, the #9 overall defensive end, the number 13th cornerback, 13th athlete, 17th defensive end, athlete, defensive end, outside linebacker, number 16 in the nation too. Let's go to signing day. Fingers crossed. Let's see if it works. I got the free safety. I got the middle linebacker. That's what I needed for the defense. I got an outside linebacker and a cornerback here. So we end up with the number 7 overall recruiting class. We already have the people in the positions we want them to. That works. Now we go into the preseason. Now this is where it gets a little more interesting. Now we're going to be kicking off Patrick Mahomes' redshirt junior season. This is going to be the season I'm convinced if we don't win anything now, he's probably going to end up going pro, which is going to be hard for me to kind of talk him out of doing since he'll probably be a first-round draft pick. I bet. So that'll get us through week #1. So we're still ranked top 25. So let me see real quick. So I'm going to go over to bonus points and I'm going to offer a Scally. Bet. I got the kicker. I'm going to go ahead and advance to week #3 where we got Toledo. We should convince. Why are we barely winning that game? So we should play Toledo and we should handle them. My goal is the offense to be absolutely God tier. That's what I need to see. 66 points on the board. We should be able to score at will. We got Patrick freaking Mahomes. The question is, what do we do with Oklahoma? We got to beat them, bro. Let's make it to the bye week. No! Oh, this is so rough. I have an elite level offense, but we struggle with the defense, man. What do we drop to? Freaking number 11. Oh, we're at Boston College next, man. That should get us past Boston College. Y'all, we're averaging 50 points a game. I don't know what more I need to do. And we still can't stop anybody. Got a couple of other people to commit. We just took our second loss of the season, though, and that might be a wash for our squad. Yeah, that'll take us now into our week with Houston, where we got all of our recruits pretty much lined up at. We better not lose to West Virginia. Y'all, we're literally averaging 55 points per game, man. It's just my defense. I can't get my defense to get figured out. All right, so we're number 13. It's not impossible for us to climb back up these rankings. All right, so we got 10 prospects that are visiting us in Houston. We have to throttle Houston in this matchup. Lessons learned. I can't make a rebuild without recruiting heavy on defense. Check out who we got so far that's on the docket. We got an athlete that's going to be a defensive player, tight end that's a 76 overall, the number 2 tight end in the country, actually. 72 overall athlete. We got a guard, the number 11 cornerback, 16 halfback, the number 2 defensive tackle, another athlete, the number 75 overall tackle, and the 5th overall kicker. We can't play defense on nobody, bro. We can't stop nobody, man. And the one time my defense actually plays decent, we win games. Blow them out the water, bro. We easily have the number 1 offense in the country. Because we could average 50 plus every game. This bothers me, bro. Y'all, for some reason, we're doing worse than we did last season. I'm so done with this team, bro. So we will finish the 4th season of our Texas Tech rebuild with a 7-6 record. Since this is the last season of Patrick Mahomes' tenure here at Texas Tech, I'm not actually going to recruit anybody. I'm just focused on the gameplay. And I want you to see the schedule we have lined up for this season. Off the rip, we got number 18 Memphis, we got Coastal Carolina, we got University of Louisville we're going up against, Oklahoma, Wake Forest, and then we got a whole bunch of Big 12 conference games that we got to go through. The notable thing about this is nobody other than Memphis at the moment is ranked in the Big 12, which means we have a good possibility of not only clearing out the Big 12, but maybe going undefeated. But we got to start this ASAP if we're going to make this happen. We have to set the tone at the beginning of the season. I don't know what to do, bro. I don't know what to do. We look really good on paper, but man, we cannot beat anybody. I mean, I don't know what else to do. We got Coastal Carolina. This should be a cakewalk for us, but for some reason, we can't seem to beat nobody. Defense is darn near last in the league. We can't stop anybody in the pass game. Well, at least we got that victory, but I mean, gosh, we still let up 35 points to Coastal Carolina. Like, come on, man. All right, we got University of Louisville. We should be able to beat these guys, but we'll see. We've been doing bad all year long, so I don't. Oh, look at this. We held them to 21 points. That's not that bad. Okay, we might have found a solution to our defensive weakness. Yo, Oklahoma right now is struggling. We're going up into Norman against a very good OU team that has struggled for the better part of the first few games of the season. See what this looks like, man. Big 12 conference gameplay against Oklahoma. Can we come out with the victory? We got it. Okay, 49-30. We got the dub. We're climbing back up the rankings. We could still go 11-1, if not 12-1 in this season if we can get to the Big 12 championship game. We got Wake Forest week number 6. Okay, listen, we're consistently putting up 40 to 50 points every single game. If we can just hold the other team to like 38 and below, we will be absolutely solid. All right, I think we have the look that we want to have. We're going up against Oklahoma State in this interconference matchup. Let's keep our fingers crossed. We got to keep this momentum rolling as we go to Houston next. 52-24. Wreck-em Tech, baby. Come on. Defense is showing out today, man. Take away what they're trying to do. Just take away every single thing they're trying to do. Come on. 48-14, man. We're coming back, baby. Come on. I want to get that top 25 ranking, man. We're going to go through the bye week as well to get to our next matchup, which is against a tough BYU squad. All right, y'all. We are currently 6-1, and we are still not ranked. BYU is also 6-1, but they are ranked. This is a good BYU squad. We're jumping in to watch this matchup because we need this victory. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We are in the newest edition of the Big 12 Conference, which is BYU, Brigham Young University, which is now going to be hosting Texas Tech University. These top powerhouse offenses tout the number 1 pass offense. These guys are about to go head-to-head with one another, and we might be witnessing the fall of a ranked and the rise of the up-and-coming Red Raiders. All right, it is now an 8-point game. Brigham Young has brought it within a striking distance. Here we go. We got our quarterback set up in the backfield. Is that Patrick Mahomes? Who is this guy? Who's number 2? All right, I have some devastating news to report. Patrick Mahomes has a partially torn MCL, and he may or may not be returning back to this game. Excuse me, MCL, pectoral muscle. So we're bringing in the backup, but this is why we recruit. We brought in a backup to be able to handle some of this. He was an athlete we recruited, actually went in one of our first 2 seasons of this rebuild. He's not a bad quarterback. He's actually a 99 overall. But the question is, can he lead this Texas Tech offense down the field to score another touchdown? Let's see what we got. 2nd down and 8. They're using all the clock that they can right now. In the backfield. He drops back. He dumps it right over the middle of the field, and he breaks multiple tackles for the first down. That's one of those 6'7", 6'9" tight ends we have. That's Eric Thompson with the reception. And they come right back to the line of scrimmage after that first down. The clock's not ticking, so they want to keep this thing moving. Oh my gosh, he tucks his shoulder. He goes ahead and runs, and that's going to be a 2nd down and 3, 7-yard gain by this quarterback. Yo, the backup is producing. I actually kind of like what I see from him right now. Off the snap, they give it right back to their running back. That's the speed back, Matt Webster, who punches his way into the first down territory past the 50, and here comes the Red Raiders. All right, down on the line of scrimmage, they got 3 backs in the backfield. They'll do a play action, gets it over to their running back who gets destroyed, Matt Webster, on the 5-yard loss. Brigham Young absolutely having their way right now with some of these hits. They're calling a timeout, which will stop the clock, but that is their last timeout they can use. Number 17th ranked Brigham Young lines up. See if they can slow this quarterback down. Gets it to the running back again. 3rd and 14. Texas Tech has to convert this. They go right back to the line of scrimmage as we're inside of 2 minutes left to go in this gameplay. I got a 4-receiver set. Pistol formation. Looks like they're going to use as much clock as they possibly can. 20 seconds on the play clock. They need this first down right here. Quarterback drops back, throws it over the middle of the field, and he's not even close to the first down. That's a 3-yard gain. That's going to be 4th down and 10, and Texas Tech will have no other option but to kick this football. Now it all comes down to, can the defense make the play that they need? This is smart. They're using all the clock that they possibly can. Let's see if he can cough and corner this. He doesn't, but they're going to try to return this kick, and he's absolutely swallowed up by the defense. Jacob Conover is coming in as the Brigham Young quarterback. Can he, in 38 seconds with no timeouts left, lead them down this field to score on their home field? They have almost 80 yards to go. This is a lot to ask for of this quarterback, and this Texas Tech defense will line up in a 4-3 defensive set. Off the snap, quarterback in the pocket, drops it right over the middle. That's going to be a first down. Number 84 will get that. That's going to put them back on the football. The clock will continue rolling once the ball is set by the referee. Jacob Conover calls him back to the line of scrimmage.
We have less than a minute to go.
And he'll drop back again for another one. It's picked off by the Texas Tech defense. And ladies and gentlemen, that's all she wrote. Brigham Young University will go down to the Texas Tech Red Raiders as they will close out this game. And what I think they should kneel this football. Yeah, they're going to kneel this football. That's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. That's a GG's. Texas Tech will move to 7-1 for the season. Your Red Raiders are actually going to move up to number 24 in the country, and we'll be going up against Cincinnati, which is currently sitting at the moment 3-6. They're not doing too impressive right now. Got to win every single game closing out this season, man. Oh, man, I got nervous. Like, man, listen, let's of all of what we've done this season, we better not go down to, of all teams, Cincinnati. All right, going into week number 12, we will now be moved up to number 20th in the nation. We're going up against UT, and I'm not going to take any chances, man. I want to jump into this matchup. Y'all, hey, and this game, respectfully, is not even close. We are beating them 45-12. We're not even going to waste our time and jump in this game. All right, we now move up to number 16 in the nation. And check this out. We still got Baylor, and we also got the conference championship game. We're essentially asking to jump up darn near 14 to 15 points. So let's just see who's ahead of us. You got Clemson, you got Virginia, Washington, Florida Atlantic. Man, I don't know if we have enough to be able to jump this. We might be ending up facing off against BYU in the conference championship game, and I think that could help. But I'll be honest with you, man, we might not have the opportunity to compete for a championship game unless all of these teams fall. We're not going to focus on that. We're going to focus on the game ahead of us, which we got TCU right now. Let's jump into this matchup. It's going to be a home game for us as well. Yo, I got to say, this Texas Tech defense and offense, when they're clicking, this is a tough team to beat, bro. And that might be all she wrote. That's GG's. Texas Tech will end up beating TCU 42-27 in this matchup. But will it be enough to get up to the top 2 spots in the nation? This out, we jumped 4 spots. That's not bad. We moved from number 16 to number 12, and we are going up against Baylor University. Should be a good matchup. Let's jump on into this and see what we got going on. But so far, check out our program. We're beating them going into the 4th quarter by darn near 3 scores. That's a wrap. That's a GG. Look at our team. So we'll take down Baylor 34-10, but the question is, was that good enough? Let's take a look at where we stand when it comes to our conference standings. We are currently number 1 on our side of the Big 12 division, right behind Baylor, who we just took down. On the other side, though, we may be going up against a very tough Kansas State football program. Just jump right into it, man. Conference championship week and see what we got going. Okay, so unfortunately, we don't move up a lot. We only moved up 1 spot to number 11. We got Kansas State in the Big 12 Conference Championship game. And when I say we need everything to fall our way, we need everything to fall our way. We can't focus on that. We can only focus on one thing at a time. So let's see if this matchup is for Kansas State. Currently the top team on the other side of the Big 12 bracket. They tout one of the best defenses in the country at number 10 overall in the nation. One of the best passing defenses on top of that. Let's see if they can slow down Patrick Mahomes though. Y'all, and again, just like every other game, we're throttling teams. Why are we not up there with the other teams? If this doesn't make us jump in the rankings, I don't know what else we could have done. We have a 9-point loss to a Memphis, an 8-5 Memphis ranked team. Every other game we played, we have floored those teams. We have dominated the Big 12. See what we got for the bowl game, man. And we don't even get considered. We move up to number 9, and we will play number 4 Notre Dame. And I'll be honest with you, I want to beat the brakes off of Notre Dame. So we're absolutely jumping in this game, and we're going to let Notre Dame know who we are. We got to send Patrick Mahomes off the right way. All right, so here we are. We are now in the 4th quarter. Texas Tech leads the 10-2 Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Right now, 35-26. We got Patrick Mahomes in the backfield, trying to see if he can continue pushing his offense down the field. It's going to be a quick little dump off to their running back, which is Matt Webster, who's going to have at the moment 60 yards total in receiving yards for this game. Patrick Mahomes just broke the 400 yards threshold in passing. This is one of the most highly octane, highly potent offenses in all of the college football landscape. And Notre Dame is about to find out. Yo! Risky pass. Aggressive quarterback gameplay style. That's how they play this game. That's going to make it a 3rd down and 8. Ball on what appears to be the 39-yard line. They need to get these 8 yards to convert and continue on this field. Patrick Mahomes in the backfield gets hit while he throws, and he will complete that to his trusted tight end for a 10-yard reception. That's Eric Thompson. Clock is ticking, closing in on the 3-minute marker of gameplay. Patrick Mahomes in the backfield, trips to the left side of the field. Is that trips? No, that's a down lineman. He's going to hand that off. Yeah, Matt Webster's going to get an easy 5-yard gain out of this one. 2nd down and 5. Still a 9-point ball game between these two programs. Patrick Mahomes will hand it off again to Matt Webster, the speed demon, that's David Williams, who trucks through a couple of people to get a 1st down for the Red Raiders. Here comes this offense back on the field, 2 tight end set. 1st down and 10 inside of 2 minutes left to go in this gameplay. They may just run this all the way out, as it doesn't seem like the Notre Dame Fighting Irish can slow down this run game whatsoever. Back on the football, it's 1 minute and 45 seconds left to go. Back to the running back again, and they will continue killing clock. I think that's all she wrote. Notre Dame is down to its last time out, and I don't think they have anything left in them to stop them, unless, barring some absolutely incredible defensive turnover. I think that might be all she wrote for this program. Yeah, this run game is not getting slowed down, and Notre Dame will use its final timeout here. And it looks like the Red Raiders may be walking out of this bowl game as champions and letting the entire college football arena know that they were the team that was snubbed from being a top 1 or 2 program. Great team, great program all around. Notre Dame put up a fight, but I still think that this Texas Tech program should have been considered in that national championship contention. I think that might be all she wrote right here. All right, inside of 1 minute left to go. They give the ball right back to the running back, and that is a good game. GG's, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Webster will seal the deal as the Red Raiders will come out of this matchup victorious. Patrick Mahomes may not be walking away with the national championship game, but he will come out a multiple quarterback award winner. He will come out an obvious 1st-round draft pick. He will come out with a successful, what was at least in his sophomore redshirt season, an 11-2 record. and in this season come out with a 12-1 record. This was a great program. This was a great rebuild, but we fell short of what we wanted to accomplish. Nevertheless, I'm proud of our team. I'm proud of our program. I learned a lot from this rebuild, and I know that the next season, in the next rebuild we do, I got to focus heavily and emphasize heavily on the defensive recruiting, because that ultimately is what led us to our downfall in this program. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this content. If you did, do me a massive favor. Do not forget to hit the like button on this video. If you wouldn't mind dropping a sub if you want to see more of this type of content. And let me know below, are there other historic players in the NFL that have had successful careers that you want me to bring back to their college program and try to rebuild them in their current college football state? Do you think we can win a natty with some of them? Are there some guys that you're like, man, they could have won a natty. They had great talent, they had great ability, but they didn't have the team around them to do that? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to get your feedback on it. If you wouldn't mind, drop a like, drop a comment, drop a sub. I'll see you guys on the next video, and anybody that puts hashtag NOTIGANG in the comments below will get featured in our next video and upcoming ones that we do. I appreciate y'all for so much love and support. I'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all take it easy, man. Peace.